Hello and welcome everyone, this is MetalCanyon and this is a small update video on, well, sort of what's been going on. You've probably noticed that I've had just a lot of Fallout 1.5 on my channel for a while. That's because I was on vacation in the US again for about 2 months. So I had to do a lot of videos in advance and, well, when I ran out, Fallout 1.5 was all that was left. So sorry about that. This is Automation, by the way, the car company tycoon game, a game that's been gifted to me by Jasdemal quite a while ago, and I've been, you know, following its development for a long time. It's come a long way, but it still has quite a bit to go. But if you're interested in, you know, building cars and engines and stuff like that in a very sort of technical way, it's a very interesting game. So while I babble, let's just create a car from the 1965, let's say. Let's create... Should we create a Lamborghini type thing? Yeah, let's. Why not? Alright, so anyway, this game is pretty cool because you basically build the car up from... well, from nothing. You select the materials, the chassis types, the suspensions, and so on and so forth. If you haven't seen it, I really do recommend it. If you're interested in cars and stuff. Also, do you like my sound insulation at the back? It's just an old blanket. Anyway, yes, I've been to the US. Third time this now, and I've just been enjoying myself. I've been, you know, with Jasdemal I visited, and it's been a lot of fun. We actually went to Reno, we went to Las Vegas, we went to... what's the difference between these? Coupe, front engine... What's the difference? I don't really see a difference. Well, we have to remember that this game is still in early development, so why are these all front engines? I thought they were rear engined. Oh, it's just a bit of a different design. This one has a big window in the back that shows the engine, which is weird that it would be front engine then. Anyway, yeah, we've been to, as I said, Reno, Vegas, we've been to, then we went down to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Disneyland, of course. That was a lot of fun. That's a weird looking car. Let's do something like that. Let's also... ugh, no, that doesn't look that great. Let's put that back. So yeah, apologies about the, you know, no really big new videos. It's just been Fallout 1.5. We'll get back to our normal scheduled program right now. Let's do primary body. Let's do the bonnet in a different color. Ugh. It's a rich red. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Also, the wheel should be chrome. Ugh. No, steel. Anyway, we had a lot of fun. And as I said, we'll be going back to our program. Now, I don't want to really say anything, but kind of thinking that, well, possibly in the near future, I might be moving to the US. I don't know yet. I don't know. That's ugly. Yeah, that's no, I don't like that. Where are we supposed to put these fixtures? Now, obviously, I don't want to use the really, you know, new-looking ones, the modern-looking ones. I want something old, because it's 1965, so let's do something like this. Like so. Yeah, that looks a lot better, actually. Wait, why? It's the wrong way around. Yeah, there we go. Something like that looks more proper, doesn't it? It should be really pop-up lamps, I guess, but, oh well. So... let's also change the material type here. Wait, what does this change? I forgot. This changes nothing. This changes the actual color, I think. No? That's weird. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so this, you know, it's not really, it's not a rumor or anything. What am I talking about? A rumor? I'm still not sure. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done as far as that goes. But yeah, we're kind of thinking of moving, you know, into the same place, which would of course mean, in our current situation, me moving to the US. But you know, there's really a lot of stuff that needs to be done about that, and of course I need to basically uproot my life. So it's kind of scary at the same time. You know, a lot of stuff could go wrong. Let's put these. Oh yeah, that doesn't actually look that bad. Remember, we're trying to make a old-looking car. Let's do some indicators as well. Want some of these. Of course, I'm gonna make them. Oh, this is all inverted for some reason. That's really bizarre. There. Oh, we can have them here. No, we'll have them here. There we go. Ugh, that is one ugly-looking car, isn't it? But that's my fault for making this rear end so angled. Alright. So of course, if, you know, if I were to move, that would also mean that most likely we would be doing... we would be doing stuff, a lot more co-op stuff together on the channel. I also have some other ideas about that, but of course, at the same time, it might also not give me a lot more free time because, well, you know, I would probably have to get other jobs there and so on and so forth. It's just a lot to talk about. I mean, a lot to think about, and we'll see how it goes. But of course, that's not something that's going to happen overnight. That's going to be, you know, something that will possibly happen in the future. I'm just making just a completely ugly car here. It doesn't really matter. These things are all just visual, by the way. They don't really serve any purpose. They used to before. You actually had to have enough cooling. So the vents were the only things that you actually needed. I'm not going to do any lips. We can do a spoiler maybe, but I'm not really sure it'll look proper. Or maybe. Yeah, this is all inverted. It's quite bizarre. There. Yeah, why not? Why not? That looks okay. Well, there's a fuel cap we can do. Let's do this one, like here. And then we have some door handles. Needs to be a bit more futuristic for back then, of course. So like this. There we go. And some mirrors, which of course have to be very sort of pointy and interesting. Maybe here? Yeah, why not? Let's do them here. Of course, facing the right way. There. Look at that. That looks horrible. Okie dokie. Now aerial, we can have an aerial, I guess. I never know which ones are the right ones. Yeah, these are the ones I want. The old looking ones, but they don't... no. Let's have no aerial. Of course, let's have the exhaust tips, though. One over here. Can we copy them? I don't know if we can. It's gonna look weird, but there you go. I think back then it would only... Well, no, let's have 4. Let's have 4 exhausts. Now, I'm sure this will get much easier to do in the future. Just apply them more symmetrically and such. But there you go. It's got 4 exhausts. That looks pretty good, actually. If I do say so myself. Wheels, there's not a huge selection right now, but I think for that time, wheels like that would be quite appropriate. Or maybe something like that, yeah. Because this is too sort of, you know, normal family car. And this is more like sporty, I think, for back then. But I might be just talking, you know, poopy. Alright, now let's do like a proper badge here. I really enjoy this game, despite the fact that, you know, it's far from finished. But there you go. There's a big badge at the front. Let's have a big badge at the back as well. So badge, please. Yeah, not really sure why I'm mentioning this, but yeah, I kind of wanted to share it. It's quite exciting. Of course, you know, moving to a completely different country from Europe. It's funny because a lot of people thought that I lived in the US, which I never did really. I visited it 3 times. I loved it. But well, there you go. Okay, now it's time to create the engine. Obviously, we're gonna do a V engine. It's gonna be a 60 degrees. We could do a 90 degrees, but I'm not sure we have enough space because, of course, you have to make sure you have enough space in there. But I think a car from that time... No, it's not going to have enough space. Let's have a V8 and cast iron. What should it be? Like a 6-liter something. I don't think we... Ooh, I don't think we have enough space for that, but let's do a... Yeah, it's not. It's too big. Let's do a 4-liter. Actually, let's do a 4-liter high revving engine. Oops. Which means we have to decrease the stroke. The 4-liter. That's too big? Seriously? Okay, 3.5 liter then. It's not a lot of space there, is there? Now we're gonna be, you know, very modern. Do overhead cam, 2 valves. And let's do rear wheel drive. Cast iron. There we go. Cast iron crank, conrods, pistons. We can change all of that later. Wait a second. Did I get the option of front or back? Where was that option? Oh yeah, that was there at the beginning. Let me check that. Yeah, front longitudinal or transverse. Unfortunately, that was it. Let's do transverse then. Yeah, let's do transverse. Yeah. Double wishbone, of course, for both. Alright, let's go back to the engine. We can ignore all of this at the moment. Compression, cam profile, no turbo, of course, not back then, just yet. Let's do a 4-barrel, because, well, this is going to be a performance car with a twin carburetor and a performance intake. There we go. Fortunately, the engine is not too big. Let's go for regular, not leaded, so it's going to be, you know, this is going to be an expensive car. They can afford unleaded fuel back then. So tubular and dual exhaust. Now, one of the most fun parts in this game right now is building the engines and then trying them out. Now, do reverse flow on both. Now, we are going to try and make this... Let's decrease the compression because we've got knocking quite a bit of it. 123 kilowatts of power for, well, I'm getting lots of calls and everything. Jeez. I'm recording! Alright, cam profile is going to be a sporty profile. So, it's not going to be that nice to drive. It's going to have a lot of power right at the end of the rev range. We could do race, but... I do like how it changes, see? Race, intakes, or standard, performance. Right, let's go back to this. Fuel mixture is gonna have to be a lot more rich. 146, that's about right. Ignition timing. Let's have it very advanced. 155, and we can increase, well, we can increase the RPM limits, but it's not going to really help us because the power drops off after 5600 RPM, so we're going to keep it at 57. Now let's go to 6000. Our reliability is, yeah, it's okay. There. What's going on? The current engine does not fit. Seriously? But I thought it did. What do you mean? Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's because of all the tubular stuff and such. That is quite annoying. Let's see what would fit. Oh, darn it. Look at that. 3.2 liter. It's not very nice. Oh well. 148 kilowatts. Still okay, but... yeah. Increase the compression a little bit now. 154. No turbo. This game is a lot of fun. Anyway, yeah, do please comment down below how you guys have been and gals, how you've spent perhaps your summer, your vacation and stuff. I would like to hear that. Wow, the exhaust diameter was quite right, I think. Reverse flow, and that's it. Now we can actually try the engine. Now this is really fun, because you get to hear the engine. Nice sound. Not bad. Let's try it without the exhaust mufflers. Whoa, what happened there? Power! I like this, I really enjoy it. Anyway. Okay, no catalytic converter, obviously. And that's almost it. It's gonna be a manual, 5-speed, which is for 1965 quite good, I think. Let's do top speed of about... How much do we have, we said? We've got 155 kilowatts. Yeah, that's gonna struggle to get there. Let's do 200. For 1965, Open differentials. We don't need differentials here. It's going to be sports compounds. 145. Oh man, that's yeah, it's not very big. Unfortunately, I think for that time they had problems making very wide tires, and we have to decrease the alloy size for the tires to be bigger. So 185. Well, for this power, it's actually okay. I mean, it's a bit on the small side, but, you know, it is 1965. That's what we have to deal with. It's going to be steel, not magnesium. It's going to be a, you know, a sports car, but not prohibitively expensive. We're going to go for solid brakes, though. 2 pistons. No, 1 piston at the front, 250. And then drums at the back because, well, we're cheapskates. 230 millimeters. Obviously front brake bias. Don't need this is just downforce and such. We don't need that, and cooling airflow, brake airflow. We're not going to do that just yet. Well, actually, we could have a bit of brake airflow. Interior is going to be sporty. We're going to have a basic a standard. We're going to have hydraulic power steering and advanced safety. No, standard safety. Now, all of this will, of course, come into play because, you know, it'll be more expensive to produce. You'll have to have more engineers working on it, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. We're going to have progressive. Look at this. The material cost for progressive is 36. For standard is 13. For hydropneumatic, it's 635. That's insane. So progressive, and we're going to have sporty suspension. Now, I'm not completely familiar with these graphs just yet. You can, you know, you can set them up yourself, but we'll do that later. So that's it. That is our car. It's got 7.4 seconds to 100 kilometers, so that's pretty much from 0 to 62. Not bad acceleration for that time, I would say. It's got a top speed of 206. We can actually check it out on a test track, see how it performs. It's not bad. $160. Yeah, I think that's reasonably sporty. That's the airfield and automation. I think that's reasonably sporty. Right, let's check out the markets. Now, this is where, you know, you actually can try to sell your car later on when you're actually playing the campaign, which is not available yet. It is available in the previous engine. It's a long story. Anyway, it's not available yet. So, this is how much it costs us to build the car, $10,700. But of course, we want to mark the car up. Unfortunately, when we do, and it gets more expensive, it gets, you know, less desirable for the various market gaps. And unfortunately, it seems like we'll only be making about 50% profit on there, because there we go, convertible, sport, track premium, and muscle car. Now this is Gasmia. This is like the US, where, you know, gas prices are cheap. This is Froenia, which is more like Europe, and of course you can see that the it's not really that popular there, because it consumes too much petrol. I said gas before, but hey, I've been in the US for 2 months now, so do excuse me. And Arcana, this is supposed to be like Africa, I believe. Now, of course, you're not going to be selling that car over there much at all. They want more, you know, economical cars. So yeah, a lot of fun, this game. Let's see how much it actually consumes. 23.4 liters per 100 kilometers. I think that's like 18, 19 miles per gallon, something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm just off the top of my head, but yeah, that's quite fun. Anyway, I'm back home. I'll be making videos again. I've been gifted a couple games that I think you guys might enjoy. I have, when I came back home, I have 443 emails from companies that, you know, want me to review their games. There's so much. We're never gonna go through all of it, but I'm still gonna try, you know, doing the first minutes previews. Anyway, thanks so much for still watching, commenting on all of that. Let me know down in the comments below how your summer has been. You know, anything you want to say, I'll be checking the comments just like always and answering them. And yeah, have a good one. I'm back. More videos coming up. Check out my Patreon as always. I have to, you know, plug that. And yeah, we don't know what the future holds. See ya.